Who cut out his own appendix in an icy desert without anesthesia? Who is the Hollywood sex symbol who invented Wi-Fi? Who's the satanic rocket scientist who founded NASA? Who was a eunuch but became an admiral in the Imperial Navy? You've heard of the actress who performed on stage without a leg. Their exploits changed the world, but you won't find their names in textbooks. Who are these people? It's time to find out the truth. Sarah Bernhardt, the actress who played on stage without a leg. How did she shock the world at 72? A star of the theater, famous for her roles in men's costumes. After having her leg amputated, she continued to act, riveting audiences with her voice. At the age of 72, she went to the front of World War I to perform for the soldiers. Her last words, "When I die, bury me standing. I hate lying down." His ships were the size of soccer fields. Why did China erase his name from history? A eunuch who became admiral of the Imperial Navy. In the 15th century, his armada of 300 ships reached Africa, 70 years before Columbus. He brought giraffes, diamonds, and captive rulers to China. After his death, the emperor burned all the ships, afraid of the costs. His maps are still kept secret in Beijing. Hedy Lamarr, the Hollywood sex symbol who invented Wi-Fi. Why was her patent stolen? Escaped from her Nazi husband by stealing plans for military technology. In 1942, patented an encryption system for torpedoes, the basis for Bluetooth and GPS. Hollywood mocked her intelligence, casting her in roles as silly beauties. It was only before her death that she was called the mother of Wi-Fi. Aleister Crowley, spy, Satanist, and father of the modern occult. How did he manipulate politicians? British agent who covered up espionage with magical rituals. Founded the cult of Thelema, where he mixed science, mysticism, and free love. His student became the first female intelligence agent in MI6 history. Nazis used his symbols in propaganda. Died in poverty, calling himself the Beast of 666. But his ideas live on in pop culture. Baron James Mayer Rothschild. He wore no crown, but decided the fates of kings. A banker who turned information into a weapon. The son of a simple merchant who created the first international financial empire. His couriers delivered news faster than the state mail, so he learned of Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo a day before anyone else. He lent money to warring countries, capitalizing on Europe's wars. His network of spies spanned London, Paris, and Vienna. His last words, "It's boring to be God," he supposedly said while signing another $1 million check. Josephine Baker, the dancer who spied against Hitler. How did an African-American woman become a heroine in France? Parisian cabaret star who fled racism in the United States. During World War II, she passed on the secrets of the resistance by writing them in invisible ink on sheet music. At her concerts behind enemy lines, Gestapo men sat in on her concerts, unaware that she was photographing them. She received the Resistance Medal and was buried with military honors. She was adopted by 12 children of different races, an experiment against hatred. Jack Parsons, Satanist rocket scientist who founded NASA. He was killed under bizarre circumstances. Rocket pioneer whose engines were used in Apollo 11. Conducted occult rituals to open a portal to another dimension. Created a cult with L. Ron Hubbard, founder of Scientology, died at age 37 in a lab explosion. May have been murder. Leonid Rogozov, a surgeon who cut out his own appendix in Antarctica without anesthesia. He was a member of the Soviet expedition of 1961. When his appendix became inflamed, he performed the operation himself in front of a mirror. He cut the skin, removed the organ, and sewed up the wound with trembling hands. He survived and continued working at the station. Marie Curie. She discovered radium, but her notes still glow in a lead safe. The first female Nobel laureate in 2 sciences, carried tubes of radium in her pocket, unaware of the deadly radiation. Her diaries are so radioactive, they're kept in lead boxes. Curie's death saved thousands of soldiers. Her X-ray machines were used at the front. Maurice Ward. He created a material that wouldn't melt even in a nuclear explosion, but he took the recipe to his grave. A British hairdresser who accidentally created heat-resistant starlight in his garage. His material could withstand 10,000 degrees Celsius, but he refused to sell the patent for fear of military use. He died in 2011 without ever revealing the formula. Scientists are still trying to replicate his experiments. Nikola Tesla. His lab was stormed by the FBI. A genius who could electrocute the world. An inventor whose experiments with electricity terrified Edison. Created a tower for free energy, but the project was shut down due to pressure from bankers. Claimed to communicate with aliens via radio waves. Died in poverty, and his writings were confiscated as a threat to national security. Sergei Korolev. His name was hidden even from the Nobel Committee. The genius who gave the USSR the gift of space. In 1938, he was arrested as an enemy of the people, interrogated, breaking his jaw. After the war, Stalin instructed him to create a rocket capable of hitting the US. He launched Gagarin, but the world only learned his name after his death. He dreamed of a flight to Mars, but died during surgery. Because of a broken jaw, he could not open his mouth to the surgeon. His ashes are scattered over Baikonur Cosmodrome. Ferdinand von Zeppelin, the madman who made the world fly. How did his airships change war and peace? A retired general who spent a fortune on airships. His LZ-1 fell apart on its first flight, but he built 119 airships. In World War I, Zeppelins bombed London, causing panic. He died before he could see the collapse of his dream, the Hindenburg disaster. Nellie Bly, a journalist who escaped from a madhouse. How did she circumnavigate the globe in 72 days? Spent 10 days in an asylum undercover, exposing the cruelty of doctors. Repeated Phileas Fogg's journey, beating his record by 8 days. Her marriage to a 70-year-old millionaire became the scandal of the century. Invented the world's first steel oil drum. Who do you think is the most mysterious of these people? Write in the comments.